Um, Thank you, Siren, for that absolutely wonderful rendition of Never Been Better. It didn't quite sound like the original, um, but never mind. Let's get on with the show. Hello, I am the Baking Mathlete, and I'm going to tell you about all of the injuries that I've had, mainly from running at the moment. I might do some swimming ones later on. Okay? So, long time ago, about 2010, was when I had my first half marathon. The week before the half marathon, I tore both my calves so badly that I couldn't walk for a couple of days, and I still ran the half marathon. I probably shouldn't have done, but oh well, never mind. The second injury that I had happened that winter. It was really icy on the ground, and I decided to go out for a run. I was absolutely fine going downhill, but once I got to the bottom of the hill, it got even more icy, and I slid, making my legs go up and me go down. I hobbled all the way back home. In 2013, I was running in the dark, in the rain, and there were leaves everywhere, covering basically all the puddles. I couldn't see one of the puddles going underneath me, so I ran over it. It was quite a deep puddle, so the front of my foot went onto the edge of the puddle, and the rest of my foot went down into the puddle, making all of the muscles in that foot cramp up so badly that after I finished my run, I couldn't walk for a few days on that foot. And that happened halfway through a 6-mile run. I was actually training for my third half marathon during that time. Needless to say, I couldn't do that half marathon, but I could the year after, so it wasn't too bad. About 2 years ago, I was running down a very steep hill, and I tripped over some uneven pavement, and my left foot went sideways with a crack, and I rolled into the road. And when I got up, I found that my foot was still sideways, so I shook my leg. It went back with a crack, and I went back to work, and I was given 2 pills of cocodamol. I was able to teach that night, so that was good. The next day, my ankle had swollen up so much that I couldn't put any weight on it, which was alright. I could hop around and hobble if I needed to. But when it got to teaching that evening, I could only last 2 hours of teaching before the pain got too bad, and I decided that I needed to go to the hospital to have some x-rays. The doctor said it would have been better if I'd broken my ankle rather than shaking my leg afterwards. Yeah, I couldn't walk properly for a few days on that foot either. And it also meant that I couldn't run for about 4 months afterwards as well. And I couldn't run properly for another 2 months after that. And just this year, I've had 2 injuries already. The first one was in January. I was running in broad daylight on a Sunday afternoon, very sunny, and I was going down a main road that had lots of side roads off it, and as I was crossing over one of the side roads, I looked down and saw that there was a car coming up, but it was so far away it wouldn't have even got to me by the time I'd already crossed over and gone further down the road. But it didn't slow down, it sped up, and I was just lucky that I was mid-step, because when the car hit me, I slid onto the bonnet, slid across the bonnet, and carried on running. I shouted, "Stupid driver!" and I carried on doing 6 miles, and it's my personal best for this year so far. The second injury I had this year was in February, and I was running down an unfamiliar road in the dark with uneven paving slabs. I tripped over twice and badly cut my knees. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my running injuries. Tune in next week to hear about my swimming injuries. Yeah, I've got a few. Bye.